Markiplier has always been one of the smartest YouTubers when it comes to spotting scams on the platform. For those who don't know, a couple years ago, a major controversy would get exposed regarding an extension that many of the most popular YouTubers in the world promoted, where they were stealing millions of dollars from creators and businesses right under everyone's noses. This program was called Honey, a Chrome extension that was supposed to save you money by auto-applying coupons on websites, which to many people, like Mark, seemed like something that was too good to be free, especially since they were paying millions of dollars to promote this extension to tons of creators, which seemed like a method that was just too unprofitable to be legitimate. Now, Mark was a very interesting variable in this case, because ever since the beginning of Honey's rise on the YouTube platform, he was extremely suspicious of it, giving many good reasons on why he didn't trust the Honey extension in a YouTube video.
My gut tells me that nothing in life is free, so where's all these savings coming from? And like the money that people get from Honey, I don't trust it. They push so much advertising. They push so much advertising on YouTube. They do brand deals with other YouTubers. I think they've even offered me, and I said no, because I just don't trust Honey. I have a feeling there's gonna, in like a couple years, there's gonna be the great Honey conspiracy of like 2022. And I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's fine. And like, I got no problem with like the concept of an app that like clips coupon codes for you. That's great. That sounds great on its surface, but there's some shady shit going on. I can't put my finger upon it. But why do they spend millions on advertising? And then people are getting money out of it, and then people are saving money out of it, and that makes sense, but the other part doesn't make sense, and then something's going on here. Where's all this money coming from? They should be losing money. In the grand scheme of everything being compared across the internet, shouldn't they be losing an incredible amount of money considering how much they're saving other people and giving to people? Everywhere you look, advertising's for Honey. YouTubers across the board, promos for Honey. How are they paying for all these people? How are they paying for all those ads? You see what I'm saying? There's millions in advertising. Where's it all coming from?
Whenever Mark made this statement so many years ago, most people just took it with a grain of salt, because there's no way that Honey, an extension that so many YouTubers and celebrities promoted, could turn out to be a scam. Or that's what we initially thought. If you really think about it, the entire premise of Honey as a business doesn't really make any sense, because their entire business model is saving consumers money. You're not necessarily trying to sell anyone anything. All you're trying to do is get as many people using your platform as possible. And with the platform being free, it made many people begin to question over time, how in the world is Honey making a profit? Especially since, like Mark said, they're paying YouTubers and doing TV advertisements, spending millions, if not tens of millions of dollars every single year. But regardless, YouTubers would continue promoting it because Honey paid so well, leading to a random Saturday in December of 2024, whenever a channel called Megalag would drop a bombshell and absolutely shatter the entire internet. This video was called Exposing the Honey Influencers Scam, which to this day has over 18 million views. And he would explain how throughout all of these years that Honey's been around, they've been scamming literally everybody.
So let me show you how Honey's been stealing money from influencers. So let's say you're watching a video on YouTube. If you're into tech like me, maybe you're watching a Linus Tech Tips video. Linus tells you about this free browser extension that saves you money online. You install it in 2 clicks and boom, you have Honey. Perfect timing, because it just so happens you're looking to buy a new CPU for your computer. You come across another Linus Tech Tips video, and after watching, you're convinced you should buy the one recommended in his video. So you scroll down and find Linus's affiliate link to that product. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you click an affiliate link and buy something, the influencer who promoted the product earns a commission for referring you to that store. So you add the product to your cart, get to the checkout page, and hello, Honey says they found you 10 coupon codes. Sweet. You click apply discounts and Honey gets to work. But unfortunately, none of the coupon codes worked. Doesn't matter though, because as Honey has promised us for years, that means we know we've got the best deal. So you complete your purchase, you're happy, your new CPU's on the way, Linus is happy, he's getting his commission, everyone's happy, right? Well, let's quickly rewind and see what was happening behind the scenes. You see, after clicking Linus's affiliate link, you'll notice in the URL, there's a tracking tag labeled short circuit. That's a reference to one of Linus's YouTube channels, and this tracking tag is how Newegg knows who to pay a commission to. We can also see that this tracking tag has been saved on my browser in the form of a cookie that will expire in 30 days. That way, if we only decide to complete the purchase a few days later, Linus will still be credited the sale. So what happened when we got to the checkout page? Well, once Honey popped up, watch what happened to Linus's affiliate cookie after we clicked apply discounts. You see that? Honey came in, removed Linus's affiliate cookie, and replaced it with their own, claiming credit for the sale and pocketing the commission money for themselves.
And this is exactly how Honey's been able to make a profit this entire time. It's by essentially stealing money from as many affiliate codes as they possibly can, and then reinvesting that money into doing promotions with YouTubers so that they can then steal their affiliate codes and rinse and repeat that process and make a major profit. From surface level, it seems like an extremely smart strategy to make a ton of money, but in the end, it's one of the most scummy things you can possibly do. You're paying all these creators tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in promotions in every single one of their videos, and then you proceed to steal their money by overriding their affiliate codes whenever they get someone to buy something that they promoted in one of their videos. And even if it isn't just a scummy business practice, it's pretty much just downright fraud. And believe me, whenever Megalag would continue explaining this entire situation, it would only continue to get worse and worse.
Now, some might consider what PayPal's doing here dirty or highly unethical, but personally, I can't see how it's anything short of fraud. I mean, just imagine something like this happening in a real-world scenario. Let's say you're at a department store looking to buy a new TV. A salesman spends time running you through your options. You decide to buy, he gives you his referral card, you get to the checkout, and right as you're about to pay, a sleazy salesman pops up going, "Hey, shall I check if I have any coupon codes for you?" Naturally, you say sure. He snatches your referral card without you ever noticing, looks for coupons, says sorry, no luck this time, but instead of handing back the original referral card, he hands back his own. PayPal didn't refer the customer to the store, they didn't promote any of the products, the salesman did that. PayPal provided absolutely zero value to the customer, yet they were rewarded for the sale. But because this is all happening online, buried behind clicks and cookies and tracking data, there's little to no transparency that this is ever happening.
Now, with all of this happening, it's hard to pin the blame on any of the creators that were promoting it, because they were also the ones that were directly getting affected by this entire operation. And I guarantee you that if a lot of these creators knew what was happening years and years before it all came out, a lot of them probably wouldn't have continued promoting Honey. But obviously, they all just saw it as an absolutely massive company that just had a lot of money to put into marketing. And since all these other high-profile creators that have very positive reputations are also promoting it, why shouldn't they promote it if they also get an offer? And believe me, according to Megalag, this was also all part of Honey's master plan.
Now, when I first discovered this was happening, I thought, there's no way. Why would all these high-profile influencers be promoting a company that is actively poaching their affiliate commissions? It didn't make any sense. So to make sure I wasn't going crazy, I went on a Honey testing spree, clicking one affiliate link after another, and it kept happening. But even after all those tests, I scoured the internet to see if anyone was talking about this and found nothing. Okay, there was this one debate about it on the Y Combinator forum, but nothing concrete. Besides that, virtually nobody was talking about this, adding fuel to my doubt. So I figured, screw it, I'll reach out to Honey and ask them directly. And sure enough, they came back to me with the following. If Honey is activated and is the last program used while shopping on a site, it is likely Honey will receive credit for the purchase. I was right, and just like that, my investigation into Honey began. You see, as I was testing Honey across different stores, I was encountering a reoccurring issue. When I reached the checkout page, Honey would claim it couldn't find me any coupon codes. Yet when I searched manually, I found working codes with these. And even when Honey did find me a code, I was often able to find another code of better value. Kind of strange, given their claim that,
well, thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is now a thing of the past.
Another oddity was that Honey would often only find me Honey branded coupon codes, such as Honey 5 or Honey 10. Why would a store only have Honey branded coupon codes? Kind of weird, right? But the biggest red flag was that when I tried submitting the better coupon codes I'd found, Honey wasn't adding them to their database. It turns out that one of the key benefits for stores partnering with Honey is that they are given full control over which coupon codes go live on the platform, if any at all. Now, I was able to further verify this on Honey's website, specifically the FAQ page for partners, which clearly states, as a partner, you have control over the content hosted on the Honey platform. So yes, even if Honey knows of a coupon code that offers say 20% off, but a partnering store tells them, hey, only share a 5% off coupon, then that's the only discount Honey will apply to your cart at the checkout page. I mean, holy shit. Honey wasn't finding you the best deals possible, they were intentionally withholding them from you for their own financial gain. This completely invalidates Honey's core value proposition to consumers.
And this is the main part of the entire Honey scam. The entire premise of the platform is to try and find you the best coupon codes for every site you go on. So the fact that all of these sites that are partnered with Honey are telling Honey which coupons they should and shouldn't use to try and make an even greater profit is extremely scummy. And what makes it even worse is all the creators that over the years were saying how Honey is the way to find the best coupon codes for every site you go on. Because now we know that that was all just a bunch of bullshit. And I don't think that it was fully the creators' fault because they were also most likely sold on this lie. But that still doesn't take away from the fact that Honey was also scamming the consumers through these creators. They were never trying to help you find the best coupons for every site. Their entire business model, the entire premise of their platform, or their extension is what you call it, was a complete and blatant lie to try and make as much profit as possible. And going back to the main premise of this video, Mark was pretty much the only big creator who was suspicious of Honey ever since the start. He really thought about it. How in the world was Honey able to make so much money when they're not only spending so much on marketing, but also the entire premise of the site is to try and save their consumers money? It doesn't make any sense. And what makes it even more suspicious is that the extension is literally free. Just because all of these influencers were promoting you this extension, saying that there's no reason why you shouldn't have it because it's free and it saves you money, doesn't mean that it's 100% legitimate or that it's not scamming someone or something. And shortly after Megalag posted this video and the entire operation was exposed, Mark would make a response to all of this, commenting about how he was right all along.
Speaking of my instincts being right, Honey, I can't believe that. I can't believe it. Honey turned out to be a scam. I can't believe it. I was right. I made that claim back in like 2020 or 2019, whatever that clip is from. I had no idea that it was as bad as it was. I just knew that it didn't feel right. I never took a Honey deal because I didn't trust it. And holy shit, it was so much worse than I ever could have imagined. They would poach referral links from the YouTubers who are promoting Honey, and they would steal all of it. This is why PayPal paid $4 billion for this extension, because they would just nonstop steal everyone's affiliates. I don't think it's millions of dollars. I think it's way more than that. I think it is an unbelievable amount of money that they have been stealing from other people. It is nefarious to an unbelievable degree. And I'm so proud that I didn't take a deal. I knew it. I knew there was something shady. I knew it because it didn't smell right. A lot of other YouTubers that I talked to were saying like I'm crazy and paranoid, but it didn't make sense because where does the money come from? Where do they get the money to pay all these YouTubers? Where do they get the money? It's because they're making money on those same YouTubers. They're paying them money so they can steal money from them later. It's nuts. I don't think it's millions because they have probably paid millions just for those advertising campaigns because they've done, I think he did the counting, it's like 5,000 paid sponsorships across all of YouTube's, totaling up billions of views. To pay for that in terms of advertising, that costs millions and millions of dollars. They are stealing hundreds of millions of dollars. I'd be willing to bet tens,
If not hundreds, it's definitely in the tens of millions of dollars.
Now, what's interesting about current day after all of this is that Honey seems to still be an active extension. They still have their website up and everything like that, despite their credibility being completely destroyed after all of this was exposed. Now, who knows how many people are actually still actively using Honey? Who knows if people even care that it's stealing money from all of these creators? But regardless, it's clear that the entire reputation of the site will never be the same. And it's wild how no one except for Markiplier noticed any of these discrepancies with Honey sooner, because it really does make a lot of sense. It's a platform that always seemed too good to be free. So knowing all of this, it's surprising that more people didn't realize it sooner. But with that, thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this video. Subscribing really does help out the channel so much if you guys went on to enjoy. I made another video just the other day, so if you've seen that video and now you've made it to the end of this one and you think that I earned your trust and a subscription, then I would really appreciate it so much. But with that, Spotify shout out of the day goes to Daniel Kong, Senator of the Empire. Thank you so much for the support on Spotify. I really appreciate you. And YouTube shout out of the day goes to Hollow Dude 15. Thank you so much for the support on YouTube as well. I really appreciate you. If you guys want to get a shout out in the next video, then all you have to do is like the video and drop a comment down below saying W video and or asking for a shout out, and there's a chance that you might get one in the very next video. But regardless, I appreciate you all so much for watching. It's been your boy Janky. I will see you all in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.